go. Good to go. Who's here already? Hey, Jaeger? I hate this haircut so fucking much. I feel like I'm genuinely pissed off right now. Oh, oh God. What? Why did your hair need to be cut? Fuck. Hi, Pika. Hey, Pika. Hey, Joel. You got third. Nice. Hey, Sadie. Hey. Wow. Hello. Oh, Pika. Got a new emote called Meditate. Oh, okay. That's cool looking, honestly. Like that one. Fucking parents, father specifically. Oh God. Jesus. That's fucked up. Has no hair, so get used to it. Jaeger. Oh God. Fucked up. That's fucked up, Jaeger. Dad making you cut your hair like that that's not good. I thought it was this one. Oh, the charge. Yeah, that one looks more like rage. Yeah, that sounds about right, honestly. All right, we're going to start off with this. I'm probably going to stop at about halfway. If Broken Paladin and can show up to watch this with us, then we'll be watching that instead. But I do want to get through this lore video so we can get to the last chapter that's available. Hey, nice. Hey, Jolt. Here we go. Start here and work our way through. Head itches so much due to the short hair. Yeah, I've had that problem in the past with short hair as well.
Dad likes you more than me.
I prefer my hair longer. As well, just generally.
Okay. For letting them deoblerize each other! Oh, stupid
I missed the horse girl ethics video. No, you have not. It's right here. I'll be watching this real quick. Well, relatively quick. Of the video, are gonna react to it. Let me see. Feel free to send it if it's not in the reaction already. 1 second.
Supernatural is needed. If he can't trust me, then I can't trust him. Instead of putting your trust in him, put your faith in us. As a family.
Even
if he has sat down and taught the risks of, say, imbibing vampire vitae, would he really listen?
What worries me far more is the fact that
the
this
white
secrecy
feather.
of yours is creating rifts between you two.
That could be a fun one. Alright. We'll add that to
longer before you say too much.
I will not tell Marcus anything until PF2 releases.
I suppose I could tell you a secret. That the reason...
In the Rack channel already, huh? You sent it a few days ago? Yes. Yeah, there we go.
Kevin told me about. There's a mole in your chapter house, Occam. Occam? The ghoul has used its discipline.
They did a good job with this recap. Just summarizing the whole thing.
This now?
It wasn't relevant till now.
Poor Lord Fatigue. Like, the guy was a saint, and look what happened. Like, fuck. Holy shit. I think men with long hair is unprofessional, and it's actual bullshit, but if I don't do stuff his way, I'm gonna be fucking stuck in this house. Someone's gonna end in jail because I'm literally at my wit's end.
Horrible.
No idea what the world's like now. Jesus.
Sir,
Sorry to hear that, Jaeger.
we
but
have
holy
underestimated
shit.
our quarry.
Also, stuck in the house? What?
To describe
Like they would
it.
prevent
This
you from
failure
leaving
beats
the
out
building.
Diablerie incident by the
Jesus.
margin of a lifetime.
Marcus.
This is the biggest blunder of your career that I know of.
I love Prime Fatigue, the old man that died in the picture right there. The guy was jacked.
At least.
Be silent. I am trying to solve a murder.
Not so loud.
I declare Hunter Huddle.
How dare you?
Hunter Huddle.
Sir, you know the rules.
Fine. Hunter Huddle initiated. You want to strategize, huh? A reconnaissance? Ice pack? It is too late for ice packs, Marcus.
The
A man
faces
is
there,
dead.
Dad, stop obliviating and answer me. What did this?
I'm so pissed. Rightfully so.
Did this even happen? Fatigue looks like he exploded. That's not in the ghoul playbook. What the hell is going on?
I don't quite know.
Yes, you do. Of course you do.
No, I don't.
Then he isn't gonna help me with anything.
always
So use
do.
your social
And
security
you
checks there to help
always
you do
hide
this fucking
it.
Stop it, Marcus!
deals
No,
with me. I'm
now's
just gonna
not
mow
the
their
time.
grass for-
We are talking about this
Jesus.
now because murder.
I have no words for that. That's fucked, Jaeger. Also, Jesus. What the fuck? If someone else is using your social security, then that's illegal, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, exactly. The fucking prick is what he is. Like, it's your money. Yeah. Not only is he not supposed to be doing that at all, that's flat out just fraud, I'm fairly certain. Or at least a variant of it. Jeez. Christ.
Might I interject?
Oh, Dr. Waters.
Where'd you come from?
Beware, Doctor! You suddenly operate upon a sacred hunter huddle!
Forgive the lack of decorum, but your loud, boisterous voice is relatively hard to ignore.
Yeah, basically
All that
everybody can hear this whole
screaming
thing
at a
that they're
crime
talking about.
scene makes me want to scalp you with my scalpels.
Yes,
Oh God,
loud.
my nose is bleeding.
Yes, my voice is quite powerful. The hunter huddle may need improvement.
So,
No
how
secrecy.
much did you hear?
Enough to guess the obvious, that we may not be dealing with a ghoul at all.
Really now?
Do not put your words in my mouth!
Oh, the
Oh,
words
if
are
anybody has
all
any questions
yours.
about the series
After
in
all,
general,
I'm
feel free to
citing them from
ask.
your scholarship.
I've watched this enough to
Preposterous!
be relatively...
You read my work?
With
Definitely
all
not
its
an
side
expert.
tangents
World
about
of Darkness
dog
is way
cats
too
and
much
orangutans.
stuff for me to be ever an expert on it.
What
But
a
enough to
twist!
understand what's going on.
Surprised you had time to read between your benders.
You live in a glass
This
house,
morning,
Dee.
but once I'm back,
Shouldn't you be
parents
thanking
wonder
me
why
for
I don't
keeping
want
your work
go
alive?
anywhere near them.
Damn it, you're
Jesus,
basically Occam's
Hey, Fox,
second.
how you doing?
If you're both willing to use our work, how the hell did Remold manage to censor it?
We have the
Nepotism.
Horse Girl video up next after this is done. So don't worry. Also, while this is Hunter the Parenting, thankfully, we got past the gory bits from the previous episode, so we don't have to worry about any of that. This
Seniority.
is mainly a lore video about ghouls and their powers. Ghouls being the vampires' blood slaves. They're literally think of vampires as narcotics dealers and ghouls as their druggies. And that's basically
The
what
fact
you
that he's
get.
from London and we're a backwater. But there's a time and place for that conversation. Ankle deep in my colleague's guts, isn't it?
On that subject, I'm sorry we couldn't say fatted you.
As am I. This is an unfathomable loss.
Kinda,
Lord
actually Stinger, a
Fatigude was
different
among the
alter.
greatest hunters I've
Anger,
ever
and
met.
for some reason, just
But
kind
know
of
that I will respect his legacy
Figured hanging
by
out with y'all
doing
would show
my
me.
job.
All right, well, let me put on
And I
some
wish for
lo-fi
you to say your piece
so
now,
you can listen
or
to
tend to
that
his great
while
vessel.
we're listening to the video
and
as
leave
well.
us to our work.
My piece. It's simple. Our isn't a culprit ghoul. I mean, our culprit isn't a ghoul. Probably. This is textbook blank body work.
A vampire? Is that possible?
It may be.
Bloody hell.
Simon's current state speaks to it,
There we go.
and, of course,
Appreciate
the
it.
savage
I
state
know how
of
to apply
fatigue.
them.
A matter like this would have
that's
demanded
fair.
particular mastery of
I don't
physical
know how to
disciplines.
apply on mobile either.
So tell us about them.
It's because this would make me feel better.
In
Ah.
detail.
Sir,
Father, we need the specifics. Whether this is a vampire or a ghoul or the amazing balloon boy, the raw, unfiltered details cannot be fucking. arbitrarily kept sequestered.
Strong's
Whatever
pleased.
reason you
Yeah,
have
like
had to
making
keep things
them
obscured, perhaps, are now overshadowed by the death of our old friend.
That's about right. That's about right.
Why the actual fuck are you not answering?
Oh, goodness gracious.
What do you mean, goodness gracious?
Picked a right time to shut up, didn't you, dear?
I love the family
Well, if
dynamic
he
between
won't
all these
talk, I
characters.
certainly will.
Well,
You-
between
oh my God,
Marcus,
finally
Kitten,
someone
and Big
sensible.
D, anyway.
Please, Doctor,
Like
just
the
get it
entire
all out
dynamic
there.
between all of them
Financial
is
disciplines are for the
so
Chancellor's
good.
eyes only.
I guess we both break rules.
Even though that is very punk rock, I still hate it.
Given your paper's best by date, I decided to indulge.
Trying not to
Before I
pause very
burned it
much
all.
during this whole thing. Luckily, they have,
Orders
well,
are orders. Someone had to
captions,
purge
so
the
I don't
D-works
necessarily have
littering
to
our
pause.
library. Frankly, useful
Player the other
as they
day,
were,
finally play your
I regret to
260
do
CDs.
it
That makes you
sooner.
happy camper.
The
Nice.
reason why there's an
That's fantastic,
infiltration in the
Sandy.
first place is likely due to your careless scholarship.
Are you casting your blame onto us?
System needs a
Yes.
3D model
Once
so we can
again,
have people do fun shit
ankle
like what I
deep
just
in
did to
gore.
our model while we
We have
stream.
to deal with the consequences
That would be pretty
together.
fun.
And
honest.
if
That would be
you
pretty
won't
fun.
democratize your work, I will.
Very happy with it. You like
So
music so
it
much, huh?
Seems. Very well. But be cautious, for some knowledge is best.
Right, vampire magics. We've already heard him rave about them briefly.
Without much meat.
There were 3 that were relevant, weren't there? Perhaps even 4. Let me jog my memory by going down the list. Potence.
God,
That
this
was
one.
first on your list, wasn't it?
Potence
Dave?
I don't
is
remember.
an interesting
I read it
power
years
set,
ago.
honestly,
Sounds
for a vampire
straightforward.
alone.
Without any commas, it certainly
BRB?
was.
Okay, Fox. Wait,
Juggle
no,
and
not
dust,
Fox.
isn't it?
Or ripping someone apart with your
Stinger,
bare hands.
right? Yes,
Now,
Stinger.
worth noting, each unique vampiric power can, as far as we know, be
Welcome back.
learned by any given vampire.
But important. You almost
About me?
missed this.
Oh,
Each
I
unique
said,
discipline
okay,
comes naturally to
Fox,
different
and I
vampire
corrected
types.
myself because you did
Those
say you
not
were Stinger,
of that
right?
type must learn how to use them.
So potent is something our human-animal vampire had naturally, I assume.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Able to launch a fully grown adult like a football is part of the ape vampire learning curve?
Incorrect.
I
See,
find
that's
this
what
so
I was.
fascinating.
Human-animal type
Are we
vampires
watching?
don't.
We are watching a lore video for Hunter the Parenting. Hunter the Parenting is a internet series based out of the tabletop RPG World of Darkness. World of Darkness has quite a lot of stuff going on with it. Everything from vampires and genies and werewolves all the way to wizards in space fighting a war against the technocracy, which are also wizards, but using technology to basically pretend they're not. Tons of crazy stuff. They're focusing in on the hunters, which are people that hunt vampires and the supernatural in general. Okay, that sounds fun? Yeah. Currently, they're talking about ghouls and the various power sets that their masters can give them, which are called domain. Vampiric, no, I'm just going to call them vampiric powers. They're currently talking about potence, which is super strength, which is technically far, far, far more than just super strength. It's wild.
Boast potence as an innate skill.
Got some
Rather,
albums.
they
You got
rely on
one
the
from
supernatural powers
albums
of protein.
down, so you like metal,
Instead
but you
of raw
also like
strength,
country music.
animalistic
There's some country
fury
music.
comes to them
Yeah,
more
probably.
naturally.
So you've been like
Serrated
jazz and
claws
stuff.
that can hiss through
Basically,
flesh
like
a
any
knife
music that gets me
butter.
moving. I
Those are the
said
humanimals' preferred weapon.
somehow find the
Then
find Fox for the
how
next
the hell was
video
he so
because
strong, Sir
they're
D?
going, wanted to
boy,
watch
I mean.
it while you were reacting.
As Dr.
Okay.
Waters said,
Well, I
just
hope you
because
were able to
potence
find
is an
it.
innate to a vampire type doesn't mean they can't gain its knowledge. It's simply more difficult.
ape boy had the means to gain such power.
I'm sorry, but I don't know who any of these people are, and if I have to hear more
Okay,
fake
Five Fox, and I have
carnival
no
names,
clue
I'll
where they
just
go
vomit.
when they're not
we
in the front area.
refocus?
Ah,
Right,
okay.
of course. Perhaps you could share your own knowledge on the subject, Doctor.
Well, if you manage to find them,
For one, I know
I
even
suppose-
a novice
would
user
you
hits
tell
about
us?
as hard
Or would
as a
Fox tell us?
sledgehammer. Vile
I'm not actually
bodily
sure how that
trauma of
works,
varying
so,
degrees. They can also potentially
guess
leap into the air.
tell us when you
Yes.
can. I suppose.
Quite high, too. Scaling buildings with a single jump, that sort of thing.
I can confirm seeing something similar. It's horrifying.
Yeah, no problem. All right.
And sadly, a bit ballin'.
Marcus!
So,
Marcus is
sledgehammer
not wrong.
strength, double jumping, etc. That's novice level stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
But these abilities become more potent
Real
the more
lurking game
potent
until
the
it's
blood
time
of
for
a
the video.
vampire.
All right.
Potence that
Do
the
a fun
vast
time,
majority
then.
of ghouls simply aren't capable of achieving with regards to
This is so insane.
potence.
It's
What?
technically
Saying
super strength, but like
Novice level powers
super
are
strength that
available
can-
to them,
will
though.
do?
A
Alright.
ghoul could commit
It's super
extensive
strength
harm
that
and
can-
jump like the world's their bloody trampoline.
But
it's super strength that
not
can
to the
affect
extent where
reality
they could
itself
commit
if given the
this kind of
opportunity.
harm.
It's
Yeah?
weird.
Likelihood is far lesser, as you know.
Well, in either case, other skills potent magicians purportedly have available to them are to create ripples in concrete and stone
Yep,
floors
this.
as they strike the earth, making otherwise placid people go break shit berserk. Make any
Like straight up, low key, right here. Nah. This is just that weird hockey shit from One Piece. I haven't seen much of it yet, but this feels like exerting a psychotic break on them using that crap. Like what the
make
fuck?
any part of their body as capable of violence as their fist. To make the sound of their finger snaps hit with the force of a bullet train.
Damn.
Indeed. Potence is mighty and formidable. I once beheld an elder vampire halt the flow of a raging river with strength and strength alone.
Nah, that's some
It
bullshit.
is not to be underestimated.
Of course, most blanks are
wild.
unlikely to have astoundingly creative powers. Those are reserved for the upper crust, by my reckoning.
Still, that is an extremely worrying portent. What with Fatigue's state.
Great!
Yep,
So
yep.
I'm satisfied we've covered the hallowed art of dead things hitting other things very hard. Nevertheless, there's more.
Wild.
Dominate.
Dominate is
Mesmerism.
one.
Mentis Imperium. Power over the mind. This particularly interested me as, well, a scholar of the mind's potential.
This is among the vilest wherewithals leeches can afford with their vitae. No creature should be able to infringe so forcibly on the will of others.
Yeah, who knows? Someone could use
Hey.
it to actually get info out of you.
Many have tried, most have detonated.
Your bickering aside, Dominate is one of the
Goblin.
blank body's parapsychological abilities.
What now?
Mental influence. Where its sister discipline, presence, is more akin to an unnatural charisma, Dominate users simply hijack their victim's psyche through sheer willpower. Those targeted are issued simple commands that are performed automatically, as if possessed.
Hey, that's
Like if you want someone
Wait.
to stop approaching, you say,
some of
"Not
this
a
stuff
step
is just
closer."
terrifying to think
What?
about, you know?
However, while some blanks can puppeteer entire crowds, or bury their suggestions so deep it erases a host's personality, that kind of power is more common in the upper echelons of their society.
Yep.
A lower level blank would be more limited to temporary commands targeting single individuals.
Shit. Hey, Ducky.
So when more than
Hey.
one person is dominated,
Hey, Ducky. How's everybody
that's an
doing
advanced
today?
technique, yeah?
That's what I said, no. In general,
Welcome to
disciplines
the,
begin with a very limited scope. It's only with experience
everybody.
that a blank's
1 second,
abilities
1
become more than low-grade parlor tricks.
Like taking the blinders off of a horse, it only unleashes their true potential for harm. Just like a real horse.
There we go. All right.
Sure. One could imagine the ability to
What's
engage
terrifying is
multiple
my
at
current
once to be the
game
ultimate
Knight
state
character
of
is
dominate,
technically
freed
capable of
of
this
any
and would be
limitation
extremely hard to
or
resist if
fear.
it wanted to. Oh
So,
wow, that's spooky.
hypothetically,
Oh,
if one was to
stretch.
control a
Thank you very
group
much,
of
Lebowski.
5,
Then you'd be facing a creature of immense skill as far as domination is concerned.
great and
Much
mighty
better. Thank you very
indeed.
much.
It is a
And a
dangerous
hydrate.
and
Very nice.
insidious sphere of power.
And yeah, that is
emblematic
terrifying.
of the beasts as a whole.
Joel, like damn.
Force you to do what the higher levels of mastery is.
Dominate is one of those really
Perish.
spooky
But
powers.
being able to circumvent the
in,
spell when it's cast is still
well,
a point of
darkness
advantage.
that you
Indeed.
theoretically
The strength
can't
of one's
really
will
prepare
is something
for,
the
you know?
vampiric curse
Like,
tarnishes.
technically you
other than
can.
powers. To that end,
Like,
the canny
you're a
hunter can
bad roll
potentially
away
thwart
from just
their devilish
trying to kill your
commandments
friends and everything.
if
Ah!
The issue comes, of course,
back.
with the
The
element
voice,
of
it's back.
surprise.
Oh god.
For instance,
Oh.
if I were a powerful
You,
blank and I
Ducky,
told you,
you're the one who
hey,
did it.
Marcus,
Eh?
kill yourself.
No.
Yes, you wouldn't. But if
Yes.
I were a blank body and you weren't expecting,
Nah, still
Literally
wouldn't.
built for
No.
willpower with a
No,
maxed
what
out
I'm
stat
telling you is
and
you
additional
would,
bonuses.
because you
Terrifying.
wouldn't have your mental defenses
That would work
prepared.
real well, huh?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
Why is it I
built
was stuck? I want
differently.
more lizard.
That's my boy.
You
It's
are
not out of stock, it just has a
insufferable.
timer, so it can't just be spammed constantly.
I'd probably off myself
I should
if
probably-
you were an
Ah.
elder vampire, if that helps.
Yes, heartwarming, kid. The point is, a ghoul can probably only charm one person. But if it's a full-on blank, any one of us could have sleeper suggestions buried in our psyche and not know it.
I'm okay.
Except for me.
Precise. No!
And Big D neither.
Oh my
We are
goodness.
done wasting my
It's
time.
happening again.
Why don't we move on to the next subject? You'll all
Are we really that bad?
Yes. Now then, obfuscate.
All right. So my guess on this one is the ability to vanish from
All right.
sight.
I'm
We've seen
okay.
that ourselves. Not saying that.
To that end, any additional insight?
Being bullied.
Like most things in this great world of ours, it's
What
more
the fuck?
complicated than
What
just
happened?
a layman's understanding of invisibility. Obfuscate as a discipline encompasses a rather varied arsenal. The gist is in the name.
We broke. Yep.
Obfuscation.
No.
Tricking the mind
So that did
into
fun
perceiving
things to your
something
thighs? Oh,
incorrectly.
God.
Which, naturally, makes this another parapsychological phenomena.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my goodness.
When we had that sludge lad captured, he turned invisible and I couldn't
fuck
even
happened?
detect him on security cams.
I feel like I just
How
got
the hell is
hit
that
by 15 trucks at
parapsychology?
once. What
My
the fuck?
very brash former colleague is what you might expect of an advanced obfuscate user.
Oh god, it's
It
happening
takes
again.
time and effort for a blank
Maybe,
to develop
maybe. I
mentality
made that
to such an
cooldown too
extent, they
short.
disappear
It seems to be
on
happening a lot faster than I thought
Believe
it
it
was.
or not, I've
Now I'm
actually
poor, it's
submitted
fine.
a treatise to London on the subject. We don't have time for all of it. So just take my
Everybody's
word.
hitting us with the lizard.
It's
Oh my
not
god.
the picture that's grainy. It's your perception.
I should make an emote like that. That's
actually
fantastic.
kind of impressive.
Impressive, yes, but no less dangerous than
It's in my
unnatural
bones,
strength
the
or
lizard.
laser heat vision.
Sir D,
Oh, no.
do vampires have
lizard,
laser
lizard,
vision?
lizard,
Only if they're
lizard,
sufficiently
lizard,
fascinated
Mr.
by the
Hugs, how can you
Cartesian
betray me
numbers.
like this?
lizard,
Writing that
lizard,
down.
lizard,
all this makes
lizard,
Boris John
lizard,
Cena
lizard,
gaff a bit funnier.
lizard, lizard,
Jonathan Senastity's ability to vanish
lizard,
aside,
lizard,
turning
lizard,
invisible,
lizard,
is only one of the many
lizard,
Wait,
things
you've
this
done, Jaeger.
discipline is capable of.
You broke them.
Sludge lads the world over use it not only to vanish from sight, but impose
Hey,
a
I'm back to
self-evident
normal.
twist
Yay!
lizard,
Likewise,
lizard,
appearance is not the
lizard,
only
lizard,
thing that can be cloaked.
lizard, lizard,
Sounds can be
lizard,
silenced.
lizard,
Conversations coded
Oh
from
my
outside
gosh.
contemplation. There's even a canny clan of daredevils that specialize in creating illusions. And another that spice this power
Oh
with
my
dominance
goodness.
to obfuscate reality
It's
itself.
back. Oh god. Now I'm on fire.
Goodness gracious.
You know, D, when it's my area of expertise and you do most of the
Oh,
talking.
This is all my expertise, good doctor. Remember whose work you're quoting.
True, but when I choose to forget that, Who'll become the
I
primary
love the
source
sass
then?
that she
Low
has. That's
and
amazing.
cruel
Oh,
blow.
Lizard. Lizard is
That's
pretty fun. I
my
agree.
Specialty. Now then, I should at least pay lip service to the limits of a novice user. If your source was right, D, and this
Vampire was a...
if this sorcerer's blank
Save it
or
for me,
ghoul
Hugs.
is what you
Oh
think
my
it
God.
is.
Mr. Save it,
its
Mr. If
specialty
you have
isn't likely
500,
to
save
be
it for Mr.
obfuscation.
Hugs. Also,
So
hi, it's
they'd
Fox.
probably
Hey,
be a novice
Fox!
user in either
How you
case.
doing?
And that means they most likely can only
We know
be
that,
invisible while staying completely still.
Right. The chasm between beginning and advanced with this stuff is indeed wide as hell.
Like I said, parlor tricks.
Be that as it may, they're still deadly.
Stinger. There we
Even
go.
if they're
Okay.
a novice at
We know
every
that
discipline we've
Stinger
gone over,
was upset.
that's
but
still someone who can
Stinger
turn
wants
invisible,
queso
hit
and
like a sledgehammer,
strips and
and make you
queso,
forget
and
you ever
I
saw them.
don't want to get up. That's fair.
Unfortunately, the worst is yet
Well,
to
thank
come.
you, Joel,
For
for
if this is
clipping it.
indeed a vampire
Oh,
wizard
God.
or one of their ghouls,
That's so
knowledge
much
of
stuff
this
all at
last
once.
discipline
Oh
is
god.
fucking one of the most potent and potentially dangerous powers
Ah.
at a blank body's disposal. Blood sorcery.
Oh,
Or
blood
forward
sorcery
turn,
is
as you seem to enjoy calling
fucked
it.
insane.
It is not magic. It is a sham, a pile of slime
Destroy
wearing
the
the
gap.
noble coat of
Oh
sorcery.
god.
It is two rapscallions on each other's shoulders, trying to get into a
no.
theater where they're screaming,
Doomed.
whistling in the dark.
So doomed.
A movie I don't even particularly like.
It's only when I clipped
What?
it that I realized the final
Thaumaturgy is
lizard
the
only
end
just
result of a
preceded
group
the
of half-cocked
TV.
brigands, realizing
Oh,
they were past
God,
their
wow.
prime and willing to steal anything for a second chance at life.
The 13-minute
It is
video.
powerful, my son.
You can
Deadly,
if you want.
sadistic. At times
I don't know if
even
we'll have enough
marvelous.
time to watch it, but
Yet
we'll
it is
definitely
like
try
the
to watch
vampire
it.
itself,
We got
a shallow
2 other videos
imitation
after
of
this.
grander
Feel free to
things,
send it. I
a
will
treasure fit
tab
for
it.
thieves and worms.
I get what you're putting down. So, blood sorcery is just... what? Special vampire sorcery? Kind of like how Arkham uses special Celtic sorcery?
A bit of A, a bit of B. The scholastic consensus is that blood sorcery has its origins in sorcerer's techniques, most of them
Thank you.
ancient and lost to our records.
Pause that for a moment. There we go. Oh, it's a Russian Badger video. That's gonna be fun. Okay.
Of course, that's just its most orthodox path. Since its beginnings, many
don't think that
former
worked as
sorcerers
intended.
and magi have
makes you
since
say that.
added their knowledge to blank body methods.
But what are these blank body methods? I assume the use of vitae?
Yes, actually, vitae. Vampiric essence. Our
It's kind
canon
of
scholars better
hilarious
versed in the topic believe that
from
it
a
can help
mechanics point of view.
stretch the
That blood
traditionally
sorcery
strict and
requires
linear
you
rules
using
of
your
sorcery.
actual
Hey,
blood
wait.
stores.
I've heard the term
as a
vitae
vampire to be
used
able to use-
like... you know, it's important and means something. Care to elaborate? Is it the source of a vamp's power?
Indeed.
Yeah,
Right.
kinda.
And hey, how did you know that?
Though
Bob?
weirdly enough, if you starve a
I,
vampire for long
well-
enough,
He overheard me
they
mention
will
it
become
to
more
him.
powerful in a really
I
weird
told him
way.
the slightest gist.
The
and I
beast takes
suppose he
over. As a
extrapolated the
result,
rest,
they
as you've
gain
done just
strength.
now.
Right.
in like a burst of
That's how I
adrenaline
know.
function.
Just
Try and get
my
more
luck.
blood.
Always missing the info dumps.
Well, at least you've got this one.
Yeah.
So, in what ways is thaumaturgy so versatile? What can it do?
Ah, what can't it do? Well, nothing without at least a slightly sanguine twist. Thaumaturges are most famous for their ability to manipulate blood, but this is only one of many paths. They might extract it from a range, gain unnatural insights from its sampling,
That's
utilize
wild.
it as a weapon, or,
That's
in one of their
terrifying.
most feared techniques, completely exsanguinate a victim in a violent,
BRB? Okay, Fox.
steaming, white-hot
See you in a moment, then.
cauldron of blood.
That doesn't sound like a
We
pleasant
are
way to go.
most of the way through the
Believe
video,
me,
so the next
it
one
isn't.
will be the horse.
But it's not the only thing blood sorcery can manipulate. Some walk the path of the Leavenbolt and might weave one's bioelectricity into vicious
I know that
lightning.
bioelectricity is
Others walk a
part of
greener
the
path,
power
growing
package
vitae-tainted flora
for
in
blood sorcery.
obsequious obedience
Wild,
to their
you know?
whim. There are also various dark rites and rituals a thaumaturge might gain access to. Enchanted mirrors, hexes,
Functionally,
curses, and
it
more.
might as well be magic.
The list
But
is too numerous to count.
it's not quite the
And that's
reality
not even
manipulation.
mentioning the sorcerer's paths
They
that were
have.
walked
You're
by the
confused
dead
now?
long before the
Fair enough.
vampire wizards. Ancient elemental techniques of the Caucasus, serpentine poisons of the snake cults, a variety of curses known only to a merciless order of judges, the blighted demonology of an infernal bloodline known as...
Fucking, this is all one discipline?
Be swayed not by its power, Marcus! This variance exists only in emulation of greater powers, forever beyond their grasp. A fact that vexes those warlocks, so haggard, aged, and
actual
proud, ever on
wizards
through their
are
days of restless
goated
slumber.
in setting with how
okay,
powerful
if
they
you
can
say
be.
so, I guess.
Everything from
but I'm
luck
feeling it in my
manipulation
bones.
to
We might be getting somewhere with this.
divine
More details, Father.
providence.
More.
And everything in
Come on,
between as
don't
well.
stop now.
Yeah, beanbags or boneless chairs.
No more!
I mean, yes,
It is
but now that you
useless to
phrased
dwell
it that
on.
way, I
Thaumaturgy is
kind of
too
hate it.
vast to be useful.
But I still like
Query me no
beanbags,
longer.
so I don't care.
Oh, bloody hell! You're getting
Not even paying
closed
attention,
lipped
but I
about
heard him
this
yelling like
stuff
he was in the 1600s.
again?
I've already told
He
you
just
far more than
might
I
be. We
intended
don't
to.
actually
Oh,
know.
Just great.
The big
So I
beanbags
can
are the boneless
only
couch.
learn about the secret, scary world of the supernatural when someone bites it big time, huh?
Hey! My son! My secrecy is protection!
And how does keeping this from us protect anyone
Corn
exactly?
dogs or meat knives or people.
How did it protect
God.
Fatigue?
Oh. Hold on, need to, dip from the family drama. They've finished hosing Spit off. I'm going to go and check on him.
Father, if it's as you say, and just knowing this information is tantamount to breaking some sort of human vampire kayfabe, but you know all of this and won't tell us, how is that optimal? How are we supposed to
okay.
survive when things get like this?
Marcus!
Sorry, love, but I will be heard out on this. We're
Hey,
here as
Marcus,
your
you're not
family
wrong. Holy
because
shit.
we want to understand and fight these murderous monsters.
Not just that, son. The boundaries are set for a reason, so we do not unnecessarily endanger ourselves. A dead hunter is useless to all, except as a warning, writ in blood.
Who are the rules set by? You?
Yes! And I would have you abide by them as your father! I am stronger than you, smarter than you, a superior hunter! I am your better, and you still...
I am. I am.
That... No, that was too far. Marcus, I am not...
No, Father. That was probably the most honest thing you've said to me in years. And you know what? You're right.
Marcus...
We're just going to call it settled, all right? You've kept this from us for our so-called protection. And until recently, I wouldn't have accepted that excuse.
What do you mean?
Someone gave me some very important insight on trying to work on things like this. So I'm going to take it to heart instead of digging further.
Are you certain, son?
Hey, don't get me wrong in the slightest, Dad. We're still going to talk about this. But right now, not at all.
We're discussing it later, then.
Absolutely. But until then, we've got a murderer loose in the chapter house with us, and we can't just
Yeah.
bicker like this.
Yeah.
There's already too much bickering.
He is right. We still
sucks
lost.
that they're dealing with all this, you know?
Lost.
You don't even get much information
I'm-
about Fatigue other than
Gonna go refocus, Dad.
how kind they were, and how awesome they were in the previous episode. We get a lot more information about them in the chapter 5, but like even the bits of information that we get in chapter 4 makes us feel the loss, even if it was functionally introduce this character and they just die bit of writing. They really worked hard to make it so that Fatigue missed an episode. Well, that was 2, but it has no mind. Oof. All right. Play a funny clip from the Vampire the Masquerade stuff right here.
There's Charlie Pizza.
Charles Pizza.
Charlie Pizza.
Charles Pizza.
Spell this ragu.
There.
What time is it?
Alright, Alpha, you know what to do.
Oh God.
Are you gonna go for that one?
No, you go for it.
You're the right text.
Oh wow.
You just want to
Christ.
Admire.
admire me in private.
I've suddenly got the urge to walk down that.
Why am I doing that
dark
voice for
and
Dominic?
foreboding alley over there.
No, that's intimidation.
Join me?
That's presents,
No.
you fool.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh.
Now you the fucking.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Fucking.
It's
I've no like
like
this is
evil,
I
evil
don't.
text.
You're using doll.
Why would this even be an option?
looks
It's
like
funny
a
as
fucking
fuck,
new
but
metal
why
band.
even make it an option
Look
to
like
have
a
the
day
mask?
around here.
Much better.
A
Back.
bidet.
Welcome back.
Yeah, go to the
Good
fucking
God.
bum.
The video's almost over. We got like 20 seconds
The
left.
taxpayers are certainly.
This is about what I expect.
Go closer to
Good
gang.
luck finding a
The
bidet
gang.
around
The
here.
gang. The coterie.
The coterie.
The coterie.
Are they just trying to bite him, or are they just trying to
Inspectors.
dunk him into the ground? What?
Alright, that's good.
Up there it is.
Nobody gives a shit.
Alright, now
The guy right next to them just does not care. Oh wow! All right, let's start. Explaining horse girl. Oh God. Oh, this is gonna be such a mess of a video. I can already tell. Oh my God! All right, everybody, everybody, calm down. Let's just start.
Right, students, take a seat. My name is Professor Lando, and in today's lecture, we're going to be talking about horse girls. As the name suggests, a horse girl is part horse and part girl. But what do we mean by that? Well, let's break this down so you have a firm grasp of what we're talking about. We can start with some examples.
Educational
Recently,
purposes,
we've seen
yes,
the rise
yes.
in popularity
We are
of
learning,
a piece
everybody.
of media called Umamusume, which is a series in game wherein real-life racehorses are personified as humanoid anime girls who still race like a racehorse, but they also sing and
Oh
dance
shit, I should be
as well.
taking notes.
And
One second.
interestingly enough, this is not the first time in human history where a fictionalized piece of media depicting horse girls has become immensely popular with the public. Of course, I'm talking about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, which is a cartoon franchise featuring talking horse girls or horse-like creatures like unicorns that, although initially marketed towards children, has found itself uniquely popular with an adult audience who vary in their degree of suspicious intent. And it should be noted that these individual adults who
My
find
Little
themselves
Pony
particularly
is
interested
sus.
in
Got it.
My Little Pony are often referred to by others and themselves as
Okay.
bronies. Now, the
Bronies,
enthusiasm
gotcha.
for horse girls in such a manner is so widespread that there is even unique vocabulary that has found its way into the lexicon of the everyday man associated with desire.
Choose
of
magic,
horse
and
girls.
magic is
And
heresy,
that
and
word
glory to
is
the Emperor. Ah, yes, that
Plumping,
appears to be the
which
correct
is a
answer as
verb that
well.
refers to
Amazing.
pleasuring oneself,
Oh,
or
good
otherwise
lord.
engaging in an indulgent way to media of My Little Pony. And it should be noted that
I'm
the
probably
word
gonna have to
clomping
burn these
comes
notes
from
after
the
I'm done here,
onomatopoeia
but
of a horse's
yes, let's
hooves,
continue. There's
clomping.
apparently a quiz
and
at
the
the
fact
end.
that this has found its way into the vernacular of the people really highlights how much this enthusiasm is widespread
Terrifying.
and is in fact not a one-off niche thing on the internet. And surprisingly,
right.
this is not the last example of fictionalized horse girls being popular in modern times.
Way is weird. There's no quiz. That was a joke
Very
I came up with.
recently, there
lol.
was an
Oh,
online
okay.
obsession with something called the horse race tests, which were
Is
a
also
series
sus.
of race
Got it.
simulations ran on twitter.com featuring these blob-like
Heard
characters
about
that
this.
represented
This was
horses. And in
this is
line with the
surprisingly
premise of this
popular.
lecture, people online fell absolutely in love and became obsessed with these blob characters. Now, before we delve deeper, you students must be wondering, Professor Orlando, those examples you went over are very different kinds of horse girls, and you might not be sure what counts as a horse girl and what doesn't. So let's go over a very easy visual scale for reference.
There's an actual quiz. I am failing the exam. Completely
So here
fair.
we have a visual representation of the horse girl scale, which you can reference to determine what kind of horse girl.
Centaurs are dead center, as they should be. MLP is right next to Centaur, and then horse is right next to MLP. Umas are the in-between between Centaur and human, it appears. Makes sense.
You might be encountering.
Tachyon. Yeah,
so here on
there
the
they
far
are.
end, we have a horse that is just a literal horse, an animal. Moving on, we have My Little Pony, which is, for all extensive purposes, physically a horse or some sort of horse-like creature, but with human intelligence or otherwise some intangible.
I know who the human
traits.
is, lol.
And then moving forward even more,
Kind of don't want to find out. Now I'm
along the
terrified.
lines of a 50-50 split. Represented
Especially
by
considering
a
how
centaur,
realistic
which is,
they
of
are
course, most of
compared to
you
all
would
the
know,
other
half
pictures,
human,
actually.
half horse, and commonly the horse part being the bottom part, and the human part being the top. And then we have horse girls like the Umamusume characters that are pretty much just human, with some very minor horse-like physical qualities like the ears and the tail, with most of the horse-like traits being intangible ones, like their origins and their actions, like horse racing. And then on the far end of the opposite side, you have something that is not a horse. This is human. And so what we have here is a scaling representation of horse girls and their varying degrees of horsiness. And in tandem with this visual horse girl scale, we can overlay a different scale to come to a conclusion about something very important in this classroom. So what we are going to overlay on top of the horse girl visual scale is the scale of ascending goon ethicality.
Terrifying.
You have here on the far end unacceptable.
Your mother was a
goonage
centaur, and your father
from
was a
being
bull-headed
acceptable
minotaur, and you
from
got the human half
mainstream
of
public
both.
at the very
That
least.
would
And as we move
suck,
along,
honestly.
The,
It would be
ethicality
better
and
than
acceptance
having
of
the
goonage
horse
taking place
and bull
increases
hats,
to
but
the
still.
far end over here,
I knew
which
that
would
was
be
coming.
acceptable. So as you can see, as we move forward with horses being largely unacceptable, I believe illegal, actually.
Yes,
as we move
for good
forward
reason.
into the fictional realm and varying degrees
These lessons can be used later
of
in life.
horses
I just
being
know
added to the
it.
character, we have increasing acceptance, or at the very least, ethicality of goonage. Most scholars would agree that the previous model is a little outdated for the purpose of analyzing the distribution of horse girlness. And in recent times, we've developed a
Horse
new
is
diagram
illegal.
to help properly describe the distribution.
Just
So
that.
this is going to be
there we
a
go.
Venn diagram model of the horse girl distribution. So just like the previous diagram, here on the
Why are
far
you still
end,
taking
we're
notes?
gonna
'Cause
have
it's funny.
Horses. And on the opposite side of the spectrum, we're going to have humans. Now, the previous diagram assumes
they are
a linear
incomprehensible.
distribution when it comes to horse to human ratio. But like I said, the nuance here proves to be a more complex model. So when you have horses here and you think of, at the very least, the physical qualities of something like My Little Pony, the overlap of physical qualities of My Little Pony characters and literal horses is going to be much closer to one another than things on the opposite end of the spectrum, like Umamusume, which is going to be much more
Corrections
similar
unclear.
to a
My
human
notes just say
than it is
nay
going to
or
be close
something
to My
along
Little
those lines.
Pony or literal horses. And in the middle, and similar to the previous diagram, we're going to have a category that much better overlaps as many horse girl categories as possible, and we believe that this diagram is the best representation for it. Of course, we are talking about
MLP is
Centaurs,
illegal.
which have a little bit of everything. Did I spell that right?
Unfortunate.
No, I did not. A-U. Centaurs, which is going to overlap a little bit with My Little Pony, overlap a little
Pretty
bit
sure the
with
human they
actual
chose to
horses,
draw is
and
somehow one named
definitely leans into more human
Northilian
qualities,
VTuber.
of course, being Centaur half and half, and sharing a little bit
Hey,
of the
trampled
traits
by horse,
of something
horse
like
swear.
Umamusume
Ah,
characters.
I love that.
And again, that is going to be Centaurs right
Centaur
there.
is
In
questionable.
short, people really like horse girls. And for some reason or another, our
Why'd he
civilization
draw a
seems
dick?
to be
I don't fucking know.
drawn to depicting these horses in media like Umamusume, My Little Pony, and the horse race tests, not to mention the slew of lesser horse girl media out there. Now the question is, why? As we've touched on, people largely enjoy horse girls as a form of entertainment, but there are those that enjoy it in a more academic and explicit manner. And some of you new students here in the classroom might be wondering, Professor Lando, there's no way that people enjoy horse girls in such a way. And to answer this and lay the foundation of our lecture here today, I went to the archival department.
I'm sorry, it's just the way that he goes full teacher mode in regard to this. That's so fucking funny.
So these are the search results.
Certificate in the background makes me relieved. I can really trust this
for
guy.
My Little Pony, and as you can see here, there are exactly 257,518 results as of the recording of this lecture for My Little Pony, particularly. So it goes without saying that. It goes without saying that My Little Pony, just a small subsection of horse girls, is quite popular. And I think we can come to the conclusion that horse girls in general are viewed in such a light. So the question is why?
He is horse girl certified. He knows his shit.
Specifically. After all, there are plenty of animal-like humanoid characters like
his fucking diploma is University of Ligaba.
Well as
oh my god.
Dog girls. And with these archetypes of characters, yes, people do find them particularly enticing to varying degrees, but we do not see the same level of enthusiasm we see with horse girls.
Those are hollow
you know, there is no cat girl Fantasia video game that everyone is playing and posting about on Twitter. There is no dog girl wolves galore cartoon show that people have been watching for the past years and years and years. No, that is reserved for horse girls particularly. So I want to answer the question,
Dog is illegal,
why?
question mark.
What is it about horse girls particularly that grips the audiences so? Students, if you're anything like me, you have a lot of academic research to do throughout your day, a lot of hard work, educating the masses, of course. And I often find myself tired, needing a little boost, and something to quench my thirst.
Pretty funny, lol.
Well, today's sponsor is Gamer Subs. Featuring a plethora of wonderful flavors like
it's always
Anime
Gamer
Girl
Subs.
As well as unique collaborations
bleach and
like
gasoline
this
should
one
help
with
get rid
JoJo's
of the
Stone
notes.
Ocean. Gamer Subs is a
Yes, luckily I have a shredder, so I'm
sugar-free
fine.
drink mix to help give you a little boost throughout your day, whet your palate, and most importantly,
Anime girl thighs.
Give you some
Yes,
anime
that
girls
is
to
literally
look
what G Fuel is. It seems to be fueled by that particular formula. My favorite flavor, apparently. Damn.
So good. You can
I
use
think
the
I'm going to
code
fail
Lando,
the
or
exam,
click the link down below
guys.
for 10% off your
My
purchase
notes
of
are,
any of Gamer
My Little
Subs'
Pony
unique
is
products.
sus.
Thank you to Gamer Subs for sponsoring this video.
Bronies,
Let's
what
get
the
back
fuck?
to our lecture. I do
Flopping
think
is
that
sus.
the answer is clear
Horse race
to why
test.
we are so attracted to horse
Centaur
girls.
is sus for different
That is
reasons.
because horses
Horse girl
are useful. Throughout history, we have
Horse
used
girl
horses in a
scale is
multitude of
sus.
ways to enhance
Horse is
our
illegal.
lives as a
LP is
society.
illegal.
And
Extra.
I believe that this has been
Centaur
ingrained in
is
our
questionable.
DNA, into our genes.
Dog is
as
illegal
we
and
have
cat is
evolved
illegal. I
beside
think I'm
one
going to
another.
fail the test.
More than pets or simple companions,
Those
horses
guacamole powder
have
parts,
become associated with our
Like
survival.
Ligon Berry G
And
Fuel. I don't
this
know
is what
that
has
is.
compelled us,
What even the
in
hell is
modern
that last
times,
one? What the fuck? Yeah.
to be so obsessed with horse girls. And so
Grandpa's
we can
ashes.
extrapolate
That's a
this
flavor?
data
What the
to come
fuck?
to a conclusion about
What
why
is
horse
G
girls
Fuel?
are
G
more
Fuel appears
popular
to be
than
something
other
insane.
animal
What the hell?
pseudo-humanoid characters like cat girls and dog girls. And of course, as with many things, I have a diagram for this. Okay, so here we have a
G Fuel
diagram
Gamer Subs.
of the amount of desire
okay.
that people have for the
Creators naming their
anthro
flavors.
character
That makes sense.
of the respective
There's also
animals
Guacamole
being
Game of Art.
cat
Oh, good
girls,
lord.
dog girls, cowgirls.
Fucking ads happening. Pausing that for everybody. Nobody. I am not the only person that's gonna fail this fucking test. Okay. If I'm gonna fail this shit, everybody's failing it with me. So we're gonna have to fucking continue once the ads are over. And sweet six pack. I don't even. I think that one's a Bricky special or something. I'm not sure. There's a flavor that. Oh my god! Wow. Motherfucker. There we go. It's also a flavor that's good. It's just called good? What? Okay then, damn. I guess it's good then. That's too amusing for me. Gosh, wow. What even is this nonsense? What the fuck? Professor Lando is... I don't think he's an actual professor, guys. I think we were lied to. Lean is another one. Blame Smitty. On the subject, look up Tome Ne Protein. Why I didn't get any ads, lol. I fully believe he is a professor. He seems trustworthy, guys. Believe me. His university is definitely not Ligma. Alright, I have that, oh, what is this? Tome Ne protein powder. Ah, there it is. It's anime girl, horse girl protein powder. What the hell? Yeah, I trust him. His horse girl knowledge is out of this world. There's a new flavor that's just releasing called... Jesus Christ, wow. That is insane. Oh, I know who she is? Oh, okay.
And of course, horse girls.
I got
And over
that.
here we have
Wow.
usefulness, as in at the bottom being not particularly useful as an animal, and here at the top being extremely useful to humans. So let's start here at the bottom.
What even
I think
is
it's a
gamer
common
subs?
understanding
Like,
that
holy shit.
dogs
Cute military
are
horse VTuber.
historically more
Oh,
useful
okay.
than cats.
That's cool.
They have served as service animals as well as hunted alongside humans for hundreds of years.
True,
and the
true.
conclusion we can draw is that dog girls are markedly more desirable than cat girls,
Fucking
although the
ad.
margin
Oh,
is
good lord.
close. We can look at popular media to come to this conclusion.
AFK.
There are a plethora of dog-like characters, like the
Jesus.
wolf guy from Zenless Zone Zero, Blythe from Elden Ring, the wolf from Bad Guys. There are plenty
Right,
of examples of canine-like
I know he is trustworthy because of his
characters
vest.
that are
No one who is with
consistently
dishonest
popular
dressed like
in
that.
modern media.
Oh,
So
God.
moving on, we have cows and
Yep,
cowgirls.
look it up,
I
but
think it
watch
goes
it
without
off
saying that cows are
Okay,
immensely more
that sounds
useful
about
than
right,
dogs
honestly.
and of course cats. We eat them as food
Actually, I'll
products.
grab it.
Eating
Just
their
put
steak,
it
their meat,
in
and
the
drinking their
fucking,
sweet, delicious
I
milk.
don't know
And we've also
which
used them
video
as beasts
for it,
of
but
burden. They've pulled our wagons
video
and farming
channel
equipment
for it.
for
I don't know,
generations.
but make sure to
And,
spoiler it if
due
it's
to this
actually that bad.
immense usefulness, we see very often the marks, the traits of cows and cowgirls being very
lord.
popular and enticing in modern media. Of course, I'm
That
talking
is
about
way
the
too much crazy
infamous
shit going on with that
cowkini.
stuff on.
The visage of a cowgirl has been almost associated with lustfulness and a sense of almost
Alright, I'm
desire.
flipping to the next
And not
page.
only
What the
that,
hell?
The association of desire and lust and cowgirls goes so hand in hand that we've created a euphemism for a explicit act called milking. Milking, or the act of being milked, as a
Cowkini,
euphemism,
bikini,
is an
yep.
incredibly popular joke
Cowgirl
and practice in modern times as well.
is-
And so you might be thinking, Professor Lando, it
Farmer?
seems cows are incredibly
Question
useful,
mark?
and that desire for cows is extremely high. What makes horses even more desirable and even more useful than cows? And while that might seem true at first glance, people often overlook one key trait about horse girls.
At least
that sets
gamer
them apart
subs
from the
knows
rest.
what
And that
their
trait is that
audience
horse
is.
girls
Like, Jesus.
have big, huge hearts. They are very loving creatures.
Siri
horses,
Bot keep
and
on
have served
winning the
as
jump
loyal
catch game.
companions
That's so
for
weird.
all of human history, and they have such
well.
big hearts. And of course, thank you to our Patreon supporters and to these students here in detention for supporting me and my studies here at Ligma University. If
This
you want to learn
motherfucker.
more, be
There
sure
is
to
no
check out some more of
test.
my
I
lectures
was
and
lied
videos.
to.
Thank you very much.
These notes are worthless. That was something. What the? Cassio's nuclear bombsicle. One is literally called copium. That one I think is fun, honestly. That one is definitely the one that somebody would jokingly have in like an actual like drinking implement. Important knowledge. That's what it was. I think if no one else types the jump command, then the bot gets it. I got nothing for that. Apparently. That's all I need to say. Incel tears. Oh, that's so good. Fuck. That's fantastic. I love that one. That's... Gamer Subs knows their audience, and they love trolling, generally. Alright, okay, this one next.
In a field of
Most
bamboo and
hardcore
tall
American
grass, the wind
sniper,
picks
the
up and
white
sways the
feather.
long grasses for a few moments. In those
Brand
precious
risk?
moments,
Oh,
an
wow.
American sniper, dressed head
Am I
to
gonna
toe in a
have
camouflage
to
ghillie suit,
open
inches
this
forward a few
off
centimeters. When the wind dies, he
screen,
stops
Tika?
dead in his tracks and will not move forward again until there's a fresh breeze. If no wind
Am I gonna
comes,
have to do
though,
that?
he resolves himself to continue toward his target, 1.5 miles away, by crawling at the incredible rate of 12 inches an hour.
Gotta do it
His
that way
moves are
anyway.
so slow and methodical that even the local wildlife fails to spot him, and deer feed directly in front of and around him. A deadly viper slithers past and over
was
the
right.
American soldier, completely oblivious to the sniper's presence. 4
that
days
off.
later, his
That
agonizingly
electrician has a
slow
better video of
crawl
this,
will
Gab?
be complete, and his high-value target, a
yes,
North
but
Vietnamese general,
Sanity
will be dead.
did
A
send
single
it.
round through his chest.
Also an
Compliments
hour-long
of the
Hager,
White
I think it
Feather,
is.
Carlos Hathcock.
I wouldn't be
the
surprised. Like,
legendary
there's a
Vietnam
lot
War
of
sniper.
information about
Carlos
the White
Hathcock grew up learning how to shoot and
Feather, I
dreamed of
think.
being a U.S. Marine his
Watched it
entire
a while
life.
ago.
Hearing of the heroic tales of valor performed by American Marines in places such as
Let me
Okinawa,
look it
Midway,
up
and
off
Guadalcanal.
screen for a
At
second,
just
just to
17
see.
years old, he joined the U.S. Marines, and in 1965, 6 years later,
Christian.
he won the Wimbledon Cup Shooting Championship, designating as one of the top marksmen in the United States. In 1965, President Johnson ordered ground troops
Oh
to
yeah, it's an
Vietnam
hour and 18
signaled
minutes
the start
long.
of the American ground war against the
Damn.
North Vietnamese
You
and their
actually
Viet Cong
underestimated it a
allies.
little bit.
A year
Damn.
later,
I didn't catch
Hathcock
what
was
Gab
deployed
asked
to
me, the bed
Vietnam,
was loud.
where he would
Oh,
serve
my
as a
apologies.
military policeman. But upon arriving, he immediately volunteered for
There you go.
combat duty. Given his incredible marksmanship,
So I do
he was
want to say,
transferred to
maybe
the
don't
1st Marine
unmute the
Sniper
tweet, lol.
platoon. At the
Yeah,
time,
I'm going to be
stationed
looking
Hill
at that
55 south of
after the
Penang.
stream is over.
So near the front lines, Hathcock
and I'm
would
glad
very
I didn't
quickly
click
put
on
his
it.
elite shooting skills to use.
Guys,
And
holy
he
shit.
even went so far as to wear a white feather on his bush hat, so as to dare the North Vietnamese to spot him, a move that would earn him his lifelong nickname.
Unhinged
Hathcock
Testing.
was soon dispatching enemy snipers, and his preferred time to hunt
I don't know
was
if we'll have enough
sunrise and
time for
sundown.
it, but we'll
As
see
he'd
if we
go on
have
to
enough time
explain
for it in a
later,
little bit.
First light and last light are the best times.
Yeah, I just want
In
to
the
send that
morning,
one
they're
way
going out
back
after a good
when,
night's rest, smoking,
but then I
laughing.
told
When
the
they
whole
come back in
stream.
the evenings, they're tired,
That's
lollygagging,
fair,
and not paying attention to detail.
and you're not
Hathcock
wrong,
would
but at the
take
same
advantage of
time,
the drop in the enemy's
interesting.
guard during these crucial hours to great effect.
Maybe next week, maybe
scoring
next week.
93 confirmed kills and over
Now
300
just watch it now after
unconfirmed
this
kills.
vid without
This skill
sound.
soon
There's
made
probably
him
no
a
sound.
unit trainer,
But
and he started
just
training
hear
other
your reaction
snipers
to
on
the
how to
video
move
loud.
silently
Okay.
through the thick jungle,
All right,
marksmanship skills, and the all-important art of camouflage. His skills would soon be put to the ultimate test when a top-secret mission came down the pipe, and Hathcock volunteered for
I
it,
got put through some
remarking that he knew
fucking
nothing
bullshit.
about the details, except that it was extremely dangerous and extremely important.
Like, I know a little bit
That
about the
mission
White
turned
Feather,
out
but
to be
not
the elimination
much.
of a North Vietnamese army general, an all-important link in the command and control
They,
chain of the North Vietnamese army,
did a lot.
which had so far eluded capture or destruction.
Their career
All
wasn't
the Americans had to
quite
go on was some rough
as-
intel that said the general was
I wanna
safely
use
tucked away in
illustrate.
a large North Vietnamese encampment. Though they
Terrifying
didn't know where exactly.
as the White Death,
Hathcock's job would be to
but
do
it was
what platoons
close.
of infantry and squadrons of strike aircraft couldn't
Remember, it's
do.
an ad for
Sneak
Buff
up to the
Puffs flavor,
encampment,
really.
locate the general,
okay.
and eliminate him. For days, he hiked through the thick bush in the direction of the encampment, avoiding North Vietnamese patrols the entire way. This would be a solo mission. He turned down a spotter, fearing that any additional soldiers accompanying him would only increase the odds of discovery. Deep down inside, the mission felt like a suicide mission, and Hathcock did not want to endanger fellow Marines if he could help it. At last, Hathcock arrived to the target area, and here he had to make a choice. Thick woods surrounded the camp on
For Gamer
three
Subs
sides,
flavor, I don't
and
know
would
why
be
I
the most
deleted that.
obvious approach for a
Oh,
sniper,
okay.
as it gave the best cover and concealment. However, that was exactly why Hathcock opted not to make his approach from the thick woods. It would be the most expected avenue of attack, and if he made his shot, it would be directly where enemy forces would head trying to flush him out. Instead, Hathcock opted to approach the camp from a different direction, an area of grassland that offered some cover in the form of bamboo shoots and tall grasses, but in many places offered little to no cover as the grass thinned. To a casual observer, the fourth approach was completely suicidal, but Hathcock was confident in his abilities to remain undetected. He would need to move in to at least 700 yards to make his shot, and that would mean that he needed to cross over 1,500 yards of open ground to get into a good shooting position. To do this, Hathcock stashed most of his equipment and loaded
I'm gonna
himself
say it's
only
definitely
with
what made
several
me want to
canteens
get
of
some
water,
gamer stuff.
his rifle, and a
Okay,
few
that
rounds
sounds
of
about right.
ammunition. Then he began to low crawl to his objective, using a technique
dude
he
is
called
insane in a
worming,
good way, the
which
best
saw him
sniper I've
move
heard about.
forward at the painfully slow rate of just inches every hour. This would make his movements so impossibly slow that they would
I
be
want
all
you to
but
look up the White
imperceptible to
Death.
the enemy. Hathcock covered his
I
full body in a
believe
ghillie
that
suit,
the Fat
which would
Electrician
seem to be
has a
nothing
video
more
on
than
them.
another mound
Check
of
him out.
grass, and it would take someone with a
This
full
guy's still
graphic memory to
fantastic,
notice
regardless.
the incredibly gradual
But
change
honestly,
in the landscape as he
it's
crawled
difficult to
forward.
compare the
For
two
4
because their
days and
situations
3
were
nights,
so
Carlos
very
went
different.
without food or sleep, inching ever closer. Even animals were unaware of his presence, with wild boar and deer grazing just inches away. At one point, a deadly viper slithered next to him and over him. A single bite enough to kill him in seconds. Hathcock simply froze and let the viper pass on, then continued on his own way. As he neared the camp, Hathcock began penetrating the outer defenses.
Jesus.
Patrols of enemy soldiers walked by just a few feet away from him, completely unaware of the sniper's presence, and at one point a soldier nearly tripped over him. Finally, he crawled between 2 heavy machine gun
I
positions.
can't tell.
and
Is this
changed
guy
his
just
crawling
reading
technique,
a
so that
script,
now he
or
was
is his
crawling on his side,
or is
so
this
as to
like an
leave an even
AI
smaller
voice
trail
or something?
behind him.
This is from 6
Then,
years ago,
Finally,
so I
on
can
the
only
4th
assume
day,
it was
the
an
general
actual
stepped out
guy.
into his front
But
porch
like,
and yawned. A second later, Hathcock's bullet had pierced his heart.
the way he's
camp
talking
erupted in alarms, and all
feels
the soldiers
like an
rushed
AI.
to the thickly wooded tree lines,
Infographics
ringing the
ain't
camp,
AI. Okay,
searching
good.
for Hathcock for
At least I don't
3
think so.
days. Meanwhile, Hathcock simply
Like,
crawled
mainly,
back
like,
home the way he had
the
come,
voice
completely clear of
feels-
any enemy activity. Hathcock's second most famous
know,
kill would
maybe
be
it's
his
just- like,
showdown
it's just
against
his
a
voice or
Viet Cong
something, but-
commander known
no,
as
it's
Apache.
weird.
A sniper himself, Apache had earned her nickname for scalping American POWs and for her brutality as an interrogator. An extremely sadistic woman, she took great pleasure in torturing American soldiers, and in November of 1966, Hathcock found himself in her backyard. Earlier that month, the Apache had captured a young Marine private and then tortured him for a day and a half within earshot of his
Jesus.
own unit. Hathcock
The
was
graphics
also
does
there,
take
and he
directly
could hear
from
the screams
document.
from the soldier as the
Really?
Apache skinned the private alive, cut off his
That's-
eyelids, tore out his fingernails, and then finally castrated him
It's
with
the
a
cadence
knife.
and the way
The
it's
soldier
edited
was
to have
then
no
released
breaths.
to crawl back to his
Oh,
unit,
that would
but
do
though
it.
Hathcock attempted
I think
to
most of
save
this
him,
video
the
is
young
word for
private
word.
ended up dying in the bush. Hathcock
Just
swore right
depressing.
then and there that he would kill Apache. He and his spotter hit the thick bush and began moving
honestly,
to locate Apache
once
and
we're
her
done with
unit of
this,
elite snipers.
Joel,
The game
feel
was
free
a
to
deadly
send
one. Not
the,
only was Apache a very skilled sharpshooter,
that
but so were
electrician
all
video,
the men under her command.
just so
Yet
that
it would
we
be
can have it
Apache
in the
who would make
reaction
the
channel.
fatal
We'll watch
mistake
it next
when
week.
one
We'll
day
make
her
that the
unit
whole
popped
stream.
out of the thick jungle and
'Cause
onto a trail for just a moment. Apache
if they're
swatted
just
so
taking
she
this
could
from a
pee, though her
documentary
soldiers
word for
urged her to
word,
get back up
then
and
I want to
keep moving.
see
At that very moment,
the Fat
Hathcock's
Electrician's
bullet
take on
dropped
it
her from 700
and
yards away.
doing this
And
guy
as
even
she lay
more
dying,
justice.
He put a
you know?
second round through her just for good measure. By this time,
From something
Hathcock's
we've seen on
reputation
the
had grown to
Mill
a legendary
the
status,
Mill
and the
channel
North
ages ago.
Vietnamese had taken note. American
Okay.
snipers were very hated by the Vietnamese due to their deadly efficiency and bounties ranging from $8 to
And if you
$2,000
don't
were
do it,
placed on the
Jolt,
heads
I'll
of
put it in
American
the reaction
snipers.
channel
Yet
myself.
Hathcock broke all records with an incredible bounty of $30,000 to whoever could kill him. Many Vietnamese snipers tried to collect, and Hathcock killed them all. One
Damn.
Vietnamese sniper with a legendary reputation of his own was eventually sent to dispatch Hathcock, a soldier by the name of the Cobra. The Cobra had kills as impressive as Hathcock, often striking targets deep inside American camps and then disappearing into the jungle. Perhaps as a warning to Hathcock of his arrival, the Cobra struck at the camp he was staying at and killed a gunnery sergeant.
Done?
Hathcock
Nice.
watched the man
Thanks,
die
Joel.
and swore right then and there that he would eliminate the Cobra. Baiting Hathcock into a fight, the Cobra began to kill many Marines around the encampment over the following few days. Hathcock and his partner took off into the jungle after the Cobra, and for days the three men played a deadly game of cat and mouse. At one point, Hathcock made a nearly fatal mistake and leaned against a rotted tree for support. But the rot had eaten through the tree and Hathcock fell over, giving himself away. The Cobra immediately fired and struck Hathcock's partner's canteen, making the man believe that he'd been hit due to the warm liquid spreading down his leg. Continuing their deadly pursuit, Hathcock managed to work around to the Cobra's position, forcing the Vietnamese soldier to move to Hathcock's old position. With the sun dropping in the sky, this put the Cobra in a very perilous position. And sure enough, as Hathcock scanned the jungle in front of him, he saw the telltale glint of sunlight off a rifle scope. Without hesitating, Hathcock squeezed the trigger. The Cobra was dead.
You're
As
right,
Hathcock
it
and his
is the
partner
lack
made
of
their way to the
breathing
corpse,
that's fucking
they were
with
shocked
me.
to discover that
Oh my
Hathcock's
God.
bullet had actually traveled cleanly through the rifle scope and into the Cobra's eye.
Yeah,
So accurate
the
a shot that the
editing,
bullet didn't
lack
even
of
graze the
breathing.
sides of the scope. This was only possible
It's
though
just
if the
fucking
Cobra
me
had
up
been
a little
aiming
bit.
directly
Like,
at
no
Hathcock
wonder
at
I'm
the
being
same
weirded
time that
out by it.
Hathcock was aiming at him, meaning that Hathcock
Used
had cheated
to
death by fractions of a second,
podcast
being
almost
just a hair
type,
faster on
like,
the trigger than the Cobra. In 1969,
information
Hathcock's time in
shows and
Vietnam
stuff
would
like
come
that,
to
you
an
know?
end when a vehicle he was riding in struck a landmine. Hathcock was struck unconscious
Like,
briefly,
I don't
and when he
typically-
came to, he started helping to pull wounded Marines out of the
Like
burning
things like
vehicle,
OSP
receiving
and the like, I
third-degree
typically
burns over
will
large
listen to
parts of his body.
those or
With his
some
sniper
other
career
stuff,
over,
you know?
Hathcock established the Marine Sniper School at Quantico, where he dedicated
Just
the
didn't
rest
want
of
to
his
send an
career
hour-long
to
video,
teaching
so I picked a
Marines how to
shorter one,
become
and this was
deadly
it. That's
snipers.
completely fair,
He would go
Sandy.
on to
Don't
die
worry
in
about it.
1999
Like, this
at
is
the
not
age
your
of
fault.
56 from multiple sclerosis.
You are fine.
The disease managing to do what
These
the
guys are
Vietnamese
at fault.
never
They
could.
are
If you
being
liked this video,
they're
then go love
weird
the new
about
channel
it.
we
Oh
just started
shit!
called I Am.
Hello, Herb Cat.
In the newest episode, you'll go inside the head of the deadliest sniper in history and get a
Thank you for
first-person
the
perspective
raid.
on what it was like to take on an invading army and rack up the highest confirmed kill count in history.
The
There's
herb
new
delivery is
episodes
here.
every
Well,
week, so go
welcome,
watch right
the
now.
herb
You want to
delivery,
be the first to subscribe
everyone.
and tell.
Oh my gosh, you scared me there. Oh.
Who got an Xbox Live code for 3 days, bro? I don't got gold.
I want a speech from like.
So,
President
how was
Obama
the
or Ronald
rest of your
Reagan with
stream?
this
How was
sound
everything
quality,
going
just
on
to
with
see
it?
how it hits.
You guys, did you have fun?
Mr. Vice President,
Buds
Mr.
along.
Speaker, members
Well,
of
that's
the Senate
fantastic.
of the House of Representatives.
Herb.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941.
What was the other name that you gave me?
You're telling me Enemy at the Gates lied to me?
Welcome back to the
Hannibal.
fantastic
Yes,
World of
that's the
Tanks,
one.
where the entire episode is going to be filled with nothing
It
but
was fun,
cold, hard
even with
facts.
all the losses.
Fun fact, there
Don't
are
forget
no
the tweet.
rats in
Ah,
Alberta.
right. You want me to react to the tweet without actually having the sound for the tweet or any of the other stuff for that buff up gamer subs advertisement. What the fuck? What is this? Get our hips moving together, y'all. Oh, good lord. Labor is available to try today at the GamerSubs booth at AX, and you can order online now. Use code PUP for 10% off. Oh, good lord. Okay, muted. Let's see here. Well, already questionable. Little night guy watching Buff Pup. What the fuck? That is a full-on lichen. And Kakaboin the Knight. Ah! I see. I think. Jesus. Well, we're just gonna move on from that. It's sus to say the least. Yeah, it's a lot more than damn sus. What the fuck? Oh shit. Thank you, Horfrost Lily, for the follow. That werewolf is buff, BT dub. It's very sus without showing the video. No sound for the video is also, well, yeah. Buff has her new feral model. yeah, you're not wrong. Oh my gosh, wow. That was something.
And then Ian's Denko comes back as an expert in rats.
I wasn't expecting
There
to
are
see a
rats.
knight
Well, the
get
sun never
that done to
sets on
them.
the rat
But damn.
empire. There's a law in Wisconsin
That's
that
feral
it's
buff
illegal
pup.
for
Oh, that's
horses
all
to
I
eat
missed.
fire hydrants.
Oh, yeah,
How is that
apparently.
even possible?
It's also
Oh,
legal
my
for them
gosh.
to own kangaroos.
What the
though.
fuck?
Anybody in chat know?
I like the fact that this video is sponsored by World of Tanks. So if you're a new player that uses code TANKMANIA
Okay.
via the link
I
below,
don't play
you get a
World
tier
of
5
Tanks.
Excel
Yeah,
Silver tank,
that ad is
250,000
crazy.
credits,
Yeah,
7 premium
that's
days, and
wild.
free rental tanks for 10
That's
battles
wild.
each, which sounds cool, but you may be thinking to
Okay,
yourself,
so I
ballin'.
I don't play
But
World of
what cost?
Tanks.
It's totally free
I
to play,
like
so I swear to
World of
God, if I
Tanks
know
as
you
a
personally
concept.
and you don't take advantage of this offer, I'm gonna take you off my friends list. Not even kidding.
Catch this delete key.
But my
homeboy.
thing is
Also worth
that
mentioning that World
I
of
love
Tanks
the
videos
ad
are
and
usually
definitely
all
about
over
that.
the place.
Yeah,
They're somehow
yeah.
simultaneously about absolutely
I love that the
nothing and
players for World of
absolutely
Tanks
everything at the same
are so
time. So don't
obsessed
feel
with
bad if
World
you
of
find yourself
Tanks
saying, "That
that they
doesn't
are
make any
willing to
sense."
leak
There was
government
no
documents
attempted humor here. All of you should feel
to
bad.
make World of
All
Tanks
I
better.
promise, if I sound like I've lost my mind,
Buff,
that's
Buff,
okay.
and I
That's
think
par
Buff
for the
Frog
course.
from
My
Star
sanity
versus the
never
Forces
escapes
of
me
Evil.
for too long.
It'll be back soon enough.
No, I can see it. That's fair.
When's the next solar eclipse again?
Also wanted to confirm, this is 100%
That's War
the
Thunder.
PC version.
Are
That
you
bit with
sure?
Bing and the Xbox
I
controller
swore
is
it
just
was
a
World
meme
of
about his
Tanks.
voice quality. It is 100%
Not
PC. And
War-
coming off
if
that
it's
Tabsy
War
video,
Thunder, then
running
never mind.
French tanks was
Still,
the
regardless,
obvious
hilarious.
choice. Stretchy recommended that we slapped a
No,
yellow
I'm
coat
talking about the
paint on
buff
the
werewolf
AMX-40
VTuber.
so we could look like ducks, and who was I to say no?
World Tank only has
Oh,
tanks.
it has heat. It has
That makes
heat.
sense. That makes
Sign me
sense.
the fuck up. Oh yeah.
You're right. Yeah, it's War
Here's
Thunder.
more
You're
decked
right. You're
out.
right.
This duck tank or that seagull wearing Jordans? Ballin', boy, that would cost.
Is infamous for
Oh,
leaks?
no.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
That's gross.
What's the
Oh,
issue?
I should look up
you
real
look at it
quick
from the side,
the
it's even worse. I wish there
War
was a
Thunder
baby on board
leak
sticker you could
counter.
put on the back of it.
Maybe
I would put a heat
Days
round right through that bitch if I ever saw one.
Last War
And given Stretchy's
Thunder.
praise, I had high expectations for it. And I swear I wasn't planning on joking about its diabetes again, it just happened to come up. And like a third of the US population is either diabetic or pre-diabetic, so these jokes have got to land on some
It's
of you.
currently
God,
on
what is
36
that,
days.
Stretchy? That's gross.
Oh, that's my duck. What's wrong?
Look, there's a dude on the other team. That's your arch rival.
Oh
Might be a
my
record for
God.
them. One second. Let's
Diabetic
see.
troglodyte has entered this server.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna be
The previous War Thunder
Both of
leak
you eat
happened
stickers,
after
whoever doesn't
11
fit.
days after the
No,
previous
we're not
leak.
talking about drugs. We're talking about insulin.
Ooh,
I mean, it is
we're
a
due for
drug,
another
but, like,
leak
not
soon,
that
actually.
kind.
Okay.
If they wanted to kill him, they'd just take him off the insurance plan.
War
Okay,
Thunder has
you lead the
both. This
way,
video
I'll
is
watch it
sponsored
behind
by
you.
Raid
Alright,
Shadow
here we go.
Legendary. This video is
I did it
sponsored by
once.
War Thunder.
Oh, okay.
There are government
Well,
agencies
you're
that
not
won't
allowed
hire
to
you
food.
if you
Your
have a
carcass
history
is
with
actually
War
really
Thunder
coming in
because you
handy
are a
right now.
security
This is
risk.
great.
That's
Really
amazing.
meaningful
I
perspective.
love
Who
that.
knew that you were more valuable as a
If you want to get your
sandbag
start
than
in
as a human
weaponsmithing
being? Rush his
technology,
ass,
you can
fellas.
get
Rush his
your
ass.
start
No,
right
he's
here
toasted.
at
You're done. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
What the fuck?
Oh, he's so low. Critical damage, please. Come on, just fucking
The
die
Nora
already,
Desert
you piece-
Institute.
Oh, I deflected
Flexible
again.
industry, specific, dead, accurate, accredited. What the fuck?
Thank you. Fine.
Why?
Come here, boy. I think I can take this guy. Yup, got him.
Who knew you were so much better as a
Also,
sandbag
stop
than you
trying
would
to
be
give
in
people
Russia in 1941?
advice on how to enter the gun manufacturing marketplace. It's profitable, but it is very evil at the same time. Did you think it was fake? Nah, not really. Happened to video. Oh,
it's still
here we go.
funny. Shut up.
Wait, that's untrue.
We're back. We're back.
These
We're
lights
fine.
aren't though.
Ah. Oh, did it go blank? No, it's fine. We fixed it.
That's awful.
What the fuck happened? I don't know. That was weird.
RNG, please bless me. Yes, nailed him. Oh, that feels so good. It is so good.
How
just
did
to
you do that?
sacrifice
I
your
have no
teammates for your
idea.
own gain.
And I
It really
fixed it
works
just
out.
as
I thought
easily.
the Duckmobile
I
was
still
weird
have
until we
no
upgraded
idea.
to the B1, which was just absurd because it's basically immortal, but it has no firepower. It's like a bulletproof juggernaut holding a 22. Penetrating this thing is harder than getting your hands on a PS5. God, what the fuck are those treads? It's like a two-liter on every track.
Hey, yo, this shit looks inflatable.
It does.
Ballin', but at
We're gonna
what
have to check out
cost?
the War Thunder video they did as well. That shit was
Dry lip
hilarious.
having ass. Ah, don't lick him now.
Badger, I'm getting a PC.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Thanks for
Sorry,
It's been a
sorry to
while
hear
since I
that.
watched
just
that. I
feel as
can't
if
really remember
every
most of the
gaming
jokes.
avenue you try to go down nowadays
Fucking
just sucks. You
hilarious.
can't get a PS5. You can't get a 3090.
Badger's just
you
funny
can't
as
get a
fuck.
3080,
Agreed.
You can't get an. You could probably get an Xbox. Fuck Xbox.
No, even the Xboxes are sold out.
I had to do some crazy shit for this PS5. I had to go to Target.com. That shit's scary.
Bro, I bought that shit with Cole's cash.
That's not even a meme. It was on sale at Kohl's for like 6
Cannabeth,
minutes.
if you're
and
still
somehow
listening,
people got like 8,000 PS5s.
Mainly just asking
out of
because
Kohl's
I
in,
don't
like,
really
6
play
minutes.
Marvel Rivals. How are you enjoying that game, just
Oh God,
generally?
I've been
because
playing
like
so hard, and my buddies are hanging me
my
out to
brother
dry
really
here. Good
likes
thing I'm
it.
made out of tungsten.
I like the characters just generally. I like the comics as well.
Damage me. I'm
But I
still
haven't
full
been
health.
able to
Look
get
at this
into
shit.
it
How is
either.
he still hitting me?
Like,
This is like defying the law.
what's your favorite,
I don't know,
like,
I might be able to
character?
just wiggle my way into one
know?
kill here. No.
No, I'm making a good play. Here, look.
Play as.
725 an hour. Shut the fuck up over there.
I love
Heavenly 725
Heavenly. They're
an hour
amazing.
will always be
You
funny.
have a raid
because at
request.
one
It's been a
point in
long
my
time
life,
since
I
I've
made
been in a raid for
725
her,
an
and I
hour.
know
Exactly.
you have never
And then my
raided
boss
her.
came
Her
in all
name is
happy one day,
Broken
and she was
Rebel.
like, "You getting a raise to what?
Okay,
728
we'll
an
raid
hour?"
them.
So you telling me
let me
every
just copy the
33
name real
additional
quick.
hours I work,
So
I
can
get
look
an extra
them up.
$1?
Hopefully they're still around by the time
Here's
the
thing, that exact same
videos are
situation
over.
happened to me, and I told my boss he's a fucking idiot.
Nah, dog, you got the wrong mentality. Keep your positivity going. I went to Arby's that day, got a fucking value meal. I got a large soda. Let's need to appreciate what you could get, Ecash.
Bitch, I worked at the Dairy Queen. I got all the free food I could eat.
You just lied.
Oh
Keep that
my
positivity.
gosh,
Man, I
wow.
went to Arby's, bro.
Bro, you don't gotta go to Arby's.
Bitch,
Imagine my
nobody
chaos
else got
energy,
a
but in a
fucking
woman.
buffalo
All right.
chicken sandwich that I like.
Most of you know that we usually stick the lower tier tanks to 1, give you a realistic
right, I
preview of what
forgot.
the game
1
is like
second.
for beginners, and 2, not to get our shit stomped by high-level players ready to crush every tank I love.
Damn, you liked all this shit? Here's me not giving a fuck.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But I made an exception in the name of Tiger Terrorist 79, who gifted 135 subs in my Twitch chat at $5 a pop and requested that I use
There
the
it
Tier
is.
7 Tiger 1, which
Got to
I
do
was
this
happy
when
to
you show
oblige.
up.
I'm pretty
There
sure
we go.
German tanks get an occupation buff in Paris anyway.
Perfect.
Okay, let's see.
All right.
It doesn't impact it. It goes right
Nope,
through.
nope. We all know the Eiffel Tower is not
Follow
real, Chad.
the
It's
Herb
not
Cat.
real.
They're
I've been to
fun, and
Paris.
they're
Chad is challenging me
generally.
to find the Taco Bell in Paris. I don't think that exists.
Taco Bell was founded in 1962.
By a
You
World
really
War
know?
II veteran, John Taco.
Badger? It was founded by a World War II veteran.
Hell yeah, I knew
He
it.
served in the U.S. Marines as a cook during World War II, Glenn Bell.
That explains a lot.
There was one time I almost saw the Eiffel Tower, but I
I
wasn't
don't know if they
close enough,
mentioned
so
when
that
he
shit
said
didn't
every
render.
100
steal this
biddies
kill.
he would turn the auto tune up
Yes,
by
don't.
1%.
Oh,
I have no
ricochet.
idea. That
Come
might be
here,
a different
boy.
video.
Oh, okay, that's cash. I'll take that. I don't know if I can take this dude. I don't think I can take this dude. Please help. Please help. Please clap. Thank you.
I see you out there.
I just destroyed
Oh,
a KD too. How
wow,
is that
these guys are
possible? I took one
ridiculous. I
pot
love
shot
this
and he
bullshit.
died. This
So
Hellcat
fucking
is
funny.
totally
More
fucked.
than one
Oh, you're so fucked, buddy. Oh my god, 245 damage. I think it's a little terrible how great these
I think it's a
Tiger
different World of
ones
Tanks
are
video.
rolling down the streets of Paris. No,
I mean, it might
let's keep
literally
it
be
alive.
the very second World of Tanks video on
Here,
the
I'm gonna try to
feed right
flank
now.
this dude. Flank him.
Run his ass.
Do it. Do it.
I remember.
It's too close.
I hit him once.
Of course, I think they've done like,
Heavenly.
what,
He's got a Canadian flag. He's not gonna shoot you.
5, maybe 6 World of Tanks videos, so...
Where's the last dude?
I don't know.
Oh, no, I found him. Hit him hard, please. Yes, I got him. That is nuts. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Tiger 1 is just crazy.
I do
Just
appreciate
crazy. I even set a
the
record for the
targeted
slowest collision
damage
kill
for this
ever
stuff.
recorded in World of Tanks. I don't know
His
how
computer
the hell
ended
a
up
Pac
dying
40 can
before he
destroy an
finished,
Arby
and
going
some guy
50
donated
miles per
1,000
hour,
biddies.
but shit,
That's
it happened.
wild.
Oh, what if I get your buddy,
Even
though?
you
I might be able to
know
get a double
the-
kill here. There's one.
One
Now
I'm
wait,
talking
now
about?
wait, get out of the way, get out of the way.
What would you say?
No. Ooh, I set him on fire. Yes, I got a double
Oh
kill.
my God,
This dude's
fuck.
fucked. You're fucked, buddy. Sorry,
Ow.
Panzer 1, you're not
Fuck.
gonna see me. I'm getting your buddy no
Damn it.
matter what. No, no, no. Barrel.
Ah, Jesus.
Got
That
him,
hurt.
got him.
Fuck.
I literally barrel stuffed him. How is that even a thing, though? I was going like 5 miles per hour. Or whatever they say in France. 5 baguettes per kilo.
Okay, you're not even trying it. We're just like, French baguette, fucking redundant.
Thank you for the shout out. I gotta look for a bit while I do stream. Alright, you have a good night, just generally. We're gonna be finishing up within the
Browning high
next
power.
10 minutes, I think.
Instead of miles per hour, it's football fields per
I think we might have already
landing.
seen America's Unhinged Nuclear Testing, but I'm not sure.
Alright, we won.
We don't have enough
It's worth
time to
That
watch
actually
that one,
is pretty
unfortunately.
funny, even though I'm
Yeah,
very
Stalker got
anti-war
paid to
crime
raise his
joke.
auto tune
War
over
crimes
time and
per
everything went to
corporate
shit. Yeah, that sounds
bailout.
about right.
That is pretty
Fuck you,
good.
that's just
That's pretty good.
Spicy today,
They're just doing their job.
What better way
Lurk.
to round out
Alright.
a video than by arguing
Have a good
about
night,
World War
Canada.
II weapons versus Civil War weapons as the best choice for home defense? What did I just hear load?
That's what I was thinking too.
Boog is Black Ops 1, and I'm Black Ops 1 for the DS.
Nah, fuck the Garand. The bar is what it's at for World War II.
No. I think you mean want to see the greatest copy that
Oh
ever
my
made.
God,
in
this
general
copy
of the
pasta
Discord.
is
Own
so
a musket
fucking
for home
funny.
defense, since that's what the founding fathers intended. 4 ruffians break into my house.
If I'm robbing a dude and he calls me ruffian,
I
bro, I'm
love
just
this
walking
shit.
back
It's
out
so
the
fucking
door.
funny.
There's nothing in that house.
You had me at blow a golf ball sized
Fast
hole through the first man. He's dead on the spot.
Draw my pistol on the second man.
Miss him
He's
entirely
entirely
because
because
it's
smooth bore and
nails
misses
the
the neighbor's dog.
I have to resort to the cannon
Mounted at the top of the stairs, solo with grape shot.
I hope you guys are hanging in there amid
Most
a
of the
shitty
vote
holidays.
did
If
in
you're
reaction
like
for
me and
next
can't
week.
make it home to your
All right.
family, given the risk, I really do feel for you.
Oh, I just flew from
Oh,
Florida
wait.
to New Jersey, and as soon as I got here, it turns out they canceled
I have no idea
Thanksgiving,
if
so
that
I'm
will
just
be
here now.
available.
What was the airport
One
like,
sec.
Bing?
You ever seen the pre-game lobbies for PUBG when it first came
You know
out?
what, we'll see. We'll see how it works out.
I forgot that you were flying out of Florida for a second.
Yeah, I didn't buy my ticket. I earned it.
Because we already have the sniper one, but we'll see if we can get that one in as well. That'd be
Bing
good
could use
too.
smoke signals
Maybe I
and
can
get better
start
voice
early.
quality.
I'll see what we can do.
And shout out to all you out there watching this shit on a
19
PS
minutes?
Vita. I
Yeah,
had
but the
no
one that
idea
he,
was even possible
Jolt
until Clue told
posted
me, but that's
is
incredible.
an
I have
hour and like
3
13
views
minutes.
on a
So
BlackBerry.
we're gonna have to see. I think we'll be
That's
able to
awesome.
watch
What the
both,
PlayStation
but only
Vita.
if I don't
Swear to
pause
God,
at
I've got
all.
views on a PlayStation Vita.
Wow.
Because you own one. Yeah, that's you, dumbass.
Which I can do, but like, damn.
And that's about it. I'd like to thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget that you can play World of Tanks for free via the link below.
The fuck?
And be sure to tune in next
Volume
time.
turned down so much all of a sudden. That was weird. Ah, I see. Yeah, sorry, Pika. Definitely gonna try and watch all of them. I'll probably just show up earlier for the stream. Notice that too. Like I said, it would hog stream, which is why I didn't send it. Oh, okay. Mainly just want to do the feather guy justice, honestly. Yeah, I don't know why it does that in that video. Yeah, that is weird. That is weird. Notice that too. It's odd. I have no idea why his voice went down so much. Like, literally every other thing on the video is the same volume, and suddenly that one drops through the floor. Reaction to manhole cover in space. Oh, okay. In that case, we can probably skip forward in the video to when the manhole cover thing happened. Here, because I already know a ton about the, Here we go. Operation Plumbob. I think it starts right here. Cool with it. That's why I only did it on request. Request. Ah, okay. Okay. That makes sense. You understand how fast it was moving, Gap? Alright. So we only have 8 minutes. In that case, I'm gonna guess, based off of this bit right here, that this is the most replayed bit. So we'll start right here, where we go.
Continue to monitor it and make sure nobody else, not an overly smart guy or an explosions expert or anything, but I mean, off the top of my head, I've got some concerns. Primarily, I've seen the cinematic masterpiece Armageddon, where Bruce Willis convinced me that a bunch of dudes that work on an oil rig are easier to train to be astronauts than teaching astronauts how to drill a fucking hole. I mean, that was the entire premise of the movie. Drill a hole, stick a nuke down it, blow the planet you're on in half. I understand 500 feet probably isn't deep enough for that to be realistic, but still, nothing good can come of this. You're gonna like piss off King Kong or unleash that Balrog thing that killed Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. Something bad is gonna happen. Now, luckily, they're not planning on detonating a nuclear warhead in this hole. They're just planning on blowing one up. And what I mean by that is the premise of this experiment was basically, remember, we're worried about the USSR.
Wait, they put a nuclear bomb in a hole and then blew it up to see what happened. What the fuck?
Bringing bombers, planes, and dropping a nuclear bomb on
Yes.
America.
Oh,
And
good
we're
lord.
planning on shooting those USSR bombers down. Essentially, we're going to blow up those planes that have a nuclear weapon on board. They want to know what happens when you blow up a nuclear
With a
weapon
manhole
with
cover
a
over it.
conventional type bomb or missile, right? So they're going to stick a nuclear warhead in
Okay.
the hole with another bomb, and they're going to blow up the conventional bomb and see if that blows up the nuclear bomb as well, because we need to know that. And the going
Right.
theory is that the nuke is not going to explode because nuclear bombs have to be set off in a very particular way, and if they don't get set off in that exact way, there's safety measures that are actually supposed to kill the nuke rather than set it off.
Weird.
But that's all theoretical, and there's only one real way to actually test it, right? You're gonna back up, grab a camera, yell World Star, and see what happens. So that's exactly what they do. July 26, 1957, they have the first underground nuclear test ever, known as Pascal A. Takes them all day to set it up. They gotta lower the device down this hole, they get everything ready. Then, on top of the hole, you know, in case the nuclear bomb does go off, they lower a 5-foot thick slab of concrete that weighs thousands and thousands of pounds. And then on top of the hole, they have some kind of lid. I'm not sure what material it was. They didn't say, but sitting on top of the lid, there was a bunch of sensing equipment because remember, they're not expecting a big explosion. They're expecting a really small explosion and they want as much data from it as possible. So they have like sensors and cameras aiming down the hole
a metal
through this
lid.
lid. And I will now let the head scientist in charge, Bob Brownlee, take the story from here. And I quote, "They finally got it down the hole, by my recollection, about 10 o'clock at night or so. There wasn't much time to go back to Mercury, go to bed, get up the next morning and shoot it. So somebody said, why don't we just shoot it now and then go in?" And it was the world's finest Roman candle because at night it was all visible. Blue fire shot hundreds of feet into the air. Everybody was down in the area, and then they all jumped up, jumped in their cars, and drove like crazy, not even counting who was there and who came out of the area. So the safety equipment didn't work. The nuclear part went off, generating an explosion about 50,000 times bigger than they were anticipating. Apparently, the explosion was so large that seismic equipment from all over the world could sense this explosion. You know, seismic equipment being the shit they use to detect earthquakes. Another scientist that was present described it as, and I quote, "the biggest damn Roman candle you ever saw. It was beautiful. Big blue glow in the sky." And because of this, the United States government comes to the realization, okay, maybe underground nuclear testing isn't that great of it. I'm just fucking with you guys. They redid the exact same experiment like a month later, August 27th, 1957. And they didn't really change a whole lot about the experiment. They took the device, they stuck it down the hole, they put thousands of pounds of concrete directly on top of it.
They just want to see
and
what would happen.
The only thing they did change was instead of whatever lid they were using before that they could like put sensors through and shit, they went and tried to control the explosion by getting a 2,000-pound manhole cover, and then they welded it shut over the top of the hole. They then took the best high-speed camera they could find and aimed it at the manhole cover because if the safety device failed again, whatever happens to the manhole cover was, and I quote, "scientifically interesting," aka they're just doing Mythbusters shit with DOD money. So they detonate the bomb, the safety device fails, the nuclear portion goes off, and in hindsight, what happened is when you have a nuclear bomb go off with thousands of pounds of concrete directly on top of it, that concrete is instantly vaporized and turned into gas, and then that gas is pretty also instantly superheated, and superheated gas expands a lot, and this is an enclosed environment because they welded the manhole cover shut. If you're not picking up what I'm putting down, the scientists just inadvertently turned the planet into a fucking potato gun and launched this 2,000-pound manhole cover, presumably into outer space.
Damn. Could you imagine?
So all the scientists being pros start asking the question that everybody wants the answer to. How fast do you think that manhole cover was going? So they go to the high-speed camera. Okay, this camera is taking 1 frame per 1,000th of a second. Okay, it's a lot of fucking pictures. The manhole cover appears in 1 singular frame. Oh, good lord. And that is it. So because it was only captured by a single frame and not multiple frames, they can't calculate how far it was traveling over a period of time.
That's
so
right,
all they can calculate is the minimum speed that it would have to be going to only be captured by a single frame in the span of the camera shot. And the calculation they came up with was that manhole cover was moving at least 150,000 miles an hour. That is Mach 195. It is 195 times faster than the speed of sound. And the best part about all this is that this happened prior to Sputnik 1, meaning that if this manhole cover made it into outer space, it was the first man-made object to ever make it into outer space. It didn't make it into outer space. It would have burnt up in the atmosphere just like meteorites do. Oh shit, you're right. I completely forgot that every single meteorite that's ever come into the Earth's atmosphere is burnt up completely and never actually makes it to the ground. I'll be right back. I've got to go tell all the dinosaurs to stand up and quit being babies because clearly they're exaggerating.
Not wrong. Not wrong. really depends on the angle of
Guys are dead.
exit and
This is
entry,
completely different from a
whether or
meteorite
not
for
something
multiple
burns up.
reasons. For one, a meteorite's never been made out of 2,000 pounds of refined steel. For two, a meteorite's
That is
moving at
true.
about 30,000 miles an hour when it collides with the Earth's atmosphere. This thing's moving at 150,000 miles an hour, and space is only 62 miles up, okay? This thing made it to outer space in a second. Even friction was like, what the
honestly.
fuck was that? Thirdly, the collision
That's
with the
fair.
atmosphere is nothing like a meteorite, right? A meteorite is a rock traveling through the vacuum of outer space with no other forces acting upon it, and it collides with Earth's atmosphere, and then it gets slowed down and it gets burnt up, okay? The manhole cover isn't just moving at 150,000 miles an hour through the atmosphere. It is being propelled by a channeled nuclear explosion with all of the gases, aka the atmosphere behind it, also moving 150,000 miles an hour in the same direction.
Yes, science!
Okay, and just to be clear, I'm not saying that I'm correct. I'm simply saying I'm incredibly ill-equipped to answer this question accurately, and no offense, but there's about a 99.999% chance that you are too.
Friction
So
was
my
like, what
verdict
the
in regards
fuck
to
was
this manhole
that?
cover
It
is going to be
reached
that it's
space
still
in a
up in the
second.
air.
Yeah, I
It was
wouldn't
a
be
horrible dad joke.
surprised
I'm
if
sorry.
it's
Moving
out
on.
there
Now, fast forward,
somewhere.
nuclear testing continued both underground.
I wouldn't be
above ground,
surprised if
and
it
in the
wasn't,
atmosphere
but I
until
wouldn't be surprised if it
1963, when they
was
signed
either.
a treaty with the Soviet
Like,
Union
if we
and
found
Great
it
Britain
embedded
that
in
the
the
only nuclear testing
asteroid, in the
allowed was gonna be
asteroid belt,
underground.
in
Now,
like
fast forward again a couple of decades,
100
and
years,
people's
I
concerns
wouldn't be
over atmospheric
surprised.
nuclear bomb detonations turned out to be 100% legitimate because a ton
If
of
in
people
1,000
ended up
years
having
some random
elevated
species
risks
is
of
like,
cancer.
hey,
Both the
we got
18,000
hit by this
soldiers that were
thing
present in
and just
Operation
showed this
Plumbob
fucking
had
manhole
highly
cover, I wouldn't be
elevated
surprised either.
likelihoods of developing
If that was the
leukemia
case
and
either.
thyroid cancer,
Friction
as
was
well
like,
as
what the fuck was
thousands
that?
of civilians
Exactly,
that
yeah.
were living in
Now imagine if
towns
an animal
near
was
the
on
test
top of it.
sites.
Oh
And I know what
god,
you're
I
thinking.
don't
How come
wanna...
those people got
That animal
cancer,
is
but the guys that literally
dead,
stood
like
underneath a
1,000
nuclear bomb
times
as it
over.
was
It is
detonated
paste.
didn't? Well,
And
the
then
way
that
nuclear
paste got
radiation
fried,
works is
like
that it
Jesus.
dissipates pretty quickly over like 2 to 3 days, and then
What
it's
animal?
completely gone.
Nah,
Which is why,
Jaeger's
like,
just
all the
saying
old
imagine
videos and
if an
protocols
animal
telling
was
you
on
what
top
to
of
do
it,
in case of a
Jolt.
nuclear attack always told you, you know, duck and cover from the initial
sure if it
blast
is a
wave and then
paste.
make your way
I
inside
see
and
no
stay
animal.
inside
Yeah.
for a week. After that,
Some
the
alien in a
radiation is
different
decayed
galaxy is getting
enough that it shouldn't
fucking
hurt you.
nailed by
So the guys
manhole
that were
cover
exposed
right
to
now.
that bomb directly overhead were exposed
Probably
to
not
it
a
for
different
presumably
galaxy,
10,
but
15
theoretically,
minutes before
because
they
that was
dipped
the
and left,
minimum
whereas a
speed
lot
it
of these
needed.
soldiers were
I wouldn't be
exposed to
surprised.
repeated nuclear explosions over and over again, or these towns, the explosions would go up into the atmosphere and the radiation would be caught in the wind, and it would just
Oh my
carpet
gosh,
these
wow.
towns with radiation
Try and sue
for
the
days
Earth.
over
Oh,
and
I
over
would,
and over
I would
again
pay
over the
good
course of
money to
years.
see that
Hundreds of
goddamn
nuclear
court case.
detonations
That'd be
exposing
hilarious.
these people to
They
radiation.
can't
Now,
prove it
fast
was
forward
us.
like 3
I
decades
think they
to
could prove it was
1990,
the
the United
U.S.
States government,
to
with
an
its
extent,
infinite
but
charity and
definitely not the
outstanding moral
world in
compass,
general.
finally decides that they're going to pass the Radiation Exposure
Unfortunately,
Compensation
by
Act,
that
where they're going to
point,
pay these people that were
we'd
wrongfully
hopefully
exposed
have
to
a
radiation
different
due to
form
their
of government
negligence.
governing the
If you got
planet.
cancer and you
And
could
that
prove that it was
means
because of them, they
Sir
would go
Isaac
ahead
Newton
and
is
they
the
would give you
deadliest son of a bitch in
$75,000
space.
in one lump
Exactly.
sum if you were a
Mass
soldier
Effect
on
that
the
sh-
ground, or if you were an
or
innocent
Mass Effect
civilian
that shit.
just
I
living
love
your
that
life
stuff.
in a town
That's
miles
sick.
and miles away, they would give you $50,000. There's no other legal course that you could take. You can't sue them for more. You can't reject it. Just here's what I'm going to give you. Fuck off.
Wow, that sounds like a really good deal.
Yeah,
I give you the finger.
U.S. government wasn't particularly good in
Okay,
regards
just so we're on the same page with this. The United States government
giving
takes your tax
compensation
money,
for
whether you want to or not. You don't
crimes
get an
caused by the US
option. They're
government.
taking your money,
Christ.
okay? They then turned that
Wasn't
money
even NASA,
into
it was just the
radiation
US
that
government.
they used to
Yep,
poison
yep.
Americans with and give them cancer. Then, 30 years after the fact, they decided, you know what, we should make things right by giving the people that survived this long and can actually prove it was our fault, we'll give them like 50 grand. Bear in mind that 50 grand is also money that was tax money that they took. So they took your money, used it to poison you, and then to pay you off, they gave you some of your money back.
I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Can you understand how absolutely crazy that is? Imagine if somebody walked up to somebody on the street and was like, hey, give me all the money in your wallet or I'm going to throw you in a cage for years against your will. And you're like, okay, and you give them all the money in your wallet, they turn around, they go buy brass knuckles, come back, and then punch you in the face with the brass knuckles that they just bought with your money. And then they look down at you and they're like, oh, I really hurt you, my bad. And then they get into your pocket, find another $20 bill,
All right,
pull that
let's see if
$20
they're
bill
still
out of your
available to
pocket,
raid
and then
right
hand it
before I
back
do
to you
anything.
to pay you off for punching you in the face.
It's never too early to learn that the government
government is a greedy piglet that suckles on a taxpayer's teat until they have sore, chapped nipples.
I gotta end this video. I feel radicalized. In conclusion, this is the story of 6 crazy bastards that volunteered to have a nuclear
The
bomb
sheer amount
detonated directly
of
above
stories
their head,
about the
and
government
that time that
fucking
America
over
may have
everybody
accidentally launched a
involved,
manhole cover into outer space,
and
potentially
causing
becoming the
harm
first
to the
man-made
country
object
just in
ever,
general
and that
will
time that
never
the U.S.
not
government
be
poisoned tens of thousands of
insane.
people with
All right.
radiation, giving them cancer, and basically had
We're
no consequences
rating
for it
Broken
whatsoever.
Rebel
Thanks for
8.
watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some
Everybody
merch
has
over
won
at
for
thefatolelectrician.com.
night/day.
Quack bang.
I will
Out.
see you next time if you have the time. I hope everybody has a good night.
Government giving people
And,
cancer with zero
yeah.
consequences while
We're
trying
gonna
to
be
tell
playing
me
some
I
more
can't
Resident
drink raw milk.
Evil
I don't even want to
8
drink raw milk. I'm
tomorrow.
just mad they think they can tell me
And
I
I hope
can't.
you all have a good night.